welcome back to Fluttering Butterflies. My name is Michelle and this is going to be my December book haul. I know it's really late to be doing a December book haul and probably nobody will watch this video, but I've been going through a lot of things lately, mostly all relating back to my dad's health, and that's kind of thrown me out of the swing of things. So this is my attempt at getting back into booktubing and catching up a little bit with myself. So there's some really interesting books that I wanted to share with you, so that's why I didn't want to just skip the month of December entirely. So there are 13-ish books that I'd like to share with you today. The first are 3 books that I picked up from the McMillan book event that I went to at the beginning of December. It was a really fun event. It was sort of a book club style thing. There was pizza, there was amazing people, there was a book quiz, and I had just the most fun ever. It's so lovely to see so many people passionate about books. To see old friends, new faces, the lovely people at McMillan, and I picked up these 3 books. Really interesting things were said about them. This is actually a second copy of Beautiful Broken Things by Sarah Bernard that I picked up, and she signed this one just generally, so it's for a giveaway at some point, so thank you, Sarah, for that. I also picked up Burning Midnight by Will McIntosh. This is being published in February. On the back of it, it just says, if you could buy superpowers, would you be willing to pay the ultimate price? It sounded intriguing. I thought I'd definitely pick that one up. And George, I believe, is the one who said that this book is super emotional. It's called The Thing About Jellyfish by Ali Benjamin. Oh, and on the back of it, it's talking about words and silence, and also absence and presence, and it sounds really interesting. I'm very intrigued. This book is being published in March, so I'm hoping to read all 3 of these books, in fact, very soon, and I'm sure to let you know more about them when that happens. And thank you so much to Kat from McMillan for inviting me to that super event. Other books that arrived in December included this book, Lois Lane, Fallout by Gwenda Bond. It's a beautiful hardback book. This book is being published in March. And it's all about Lois Lane in this new retelling of her story. It sounds like so much fun, and in fact I hadn't heard anything about this book before I opened this envelope, and then when I did and I pulled this book out with this quite stunning cover and I read the back of it, I was just so excited by it. What a great premise. I'm really excited for this one. From Hodder, I received this paperback copy of The Edge of the Shadows by Elizabeth George. I read the first book in this series and really liked it, but I've fallen so far behind on this series. I really must catch up. I really did enjoy the first book in the series, so thank you to Hodder for this one. From Harper, I received this copy of Built by Jay Cronover. I love Jay Cronover. Ages ago, the last time I went to visit my dad, I asked on Twitter for some recommendations, I believe, of good sort of sexy romantic books that will really help me escape everything else that was going on in my life. And Jay Cronover was an author that was mentioned quite a lot, so I picked up her books, the Marked Men series, and it was all about this group of tattoo artists and their love lives, and I really enjoyed them. They were really they really did pull me out of my own head and into this this story of love and romance and heartbreak, and I really enjoyed that. So Built is the first book in a sort of spin-off series following a different group of characters, and I really enjoyed this. I'm going to be writing a review of this one soon, so you'll hear more of my thoughts on this book on my blog soonish. So I really enjoyed it though. Next up, I have this lovely package that arrived just before Christmas. It's from Egmont Books. It's kind of a Christmas gift, but I haven't unwrapped it as yet. But it has this lovely ribbon that it was tied on and a little gift tag. And this one says Totes an It bag on one side, and then on the other it says The It Girl, the new book by Katie Burchill. This is The It Girl Team Awkward, the second book in the It Girl series by Katie Burchill. I read the first first book last year and I really loved it. It was very funny and awkward and sweet, and I really loved how much of the book revolved around the friendship of the main character with her two best friends. I also received this hardback finished copy of Miresi by Maria Tershanoff. Again, finding it really difficult to say that name. I did start this book in December and I really loved what I did read. I had another reading slump due to how emotional everything was getting in my personal life, and I put it down, but I'm really excited to carry on with this story because it sounds incredible. Sent to me in December was this copy of Faceless by Alyssa Scheinmel, and this is about a story. This is about a girl who gets a face transplant, I believe. It sounds really interesting. I think that it's going to be delving in quite a lot into identity issues and so on. At some point in January. It doesn't seem to have a date on my copy, but definitely interested in reading this one very soon. Next up from McMillan, we have this copy of Accidental Superstar by Marianne Levy. I don't know very much about this book except it's about a girl whose video of herself singing goes viral and she becomes an accidental superstar. It just sounds like so much fun. I really love the very colorful cover. So I'd never heard anything about this book before it arrived, but I'm definitely intrigued by this one. The last of the sent for review books from the publishers, and there are 3 other books that I want to share with you very quickly. The first book is this book. It's called Black Rabbit Hall by Eve Chase. I know nothing about this book, but one of the book clubs that I attend regularly had a Secret Santa Christmas dinner, and this is the book that I ended up with. The woman who bought it for me didn't know anything about it either. She just liked the cover, I believe, and there were some good reviews on Amazon, so she took a chance with this one. I quite like the cover. It looks really interesting and kind of magical. I generally get a lot of books for Christmas, so that's always extra special. I did get this book in my stocking this year, Damn You Autocorrect, and I don't know what it is about these autocorrect things, but I just find myself howling with laughter. I was also given this book journal by some friends of ours, in which I could note down book club meetings, the books I've read, the books I'd like to read, and so on. The book itself is just super pretty, so it's one of those books where I feel like, would it be a shame to ruin the inside of this book with my messy scrawl, or would it be too much of a shame to not use such a fun and interesting book? I don't know. So that's it from me today. Here are the books that I received during the month of December. Do let me know where you think I should start with these books. And again, so sorry that it's so long between videos these days.